Hello, hello. It is the 2nd of January. It's just gone 9 a.m. Just got back from the gym and yeah, hello YouTube. I wanted to jump on YouTube because I feel like there's so much more I want to say that I don't feel like I can say on my Instagram. I kind of want to chat away about this career, the highs and lows of it, what my weeks look like, how I structure my days, and just vent a bit more and be able to just like set a camera up and chat away. So that's the plan. So yeah, 2nd of January, I've got big goals for 2026, as I have every year. But this year, I want to be more open. I want to share more of my story, how I feel about this kind of industry as kind of AI moves in and how it's going to change, and posting my life on socials and my work and how I want to elevate my work this year. So I want to bring you along for the ride. I'm going to shower, shave the head, it's been a few days, and then sit at my desk and I'm going to talk you through what I'm planning to do today. The goal is 2nd of Jan, I need to shoot some people, man. I need to get out and shoot some athletes. So the plan is today I'm going to reach out to a bunch of athletes, some I've already been chatting to, get some shoots booked in. I've got a lot of work booked in for Jan already, which is great. Like, usually when December arrives, you're starting to worry about Jan already because January in our industry can be notoriously quiet. So I'm off to Cape Town in Jan, which is great to shoot with one of my clients. I'm then flying to LA the start of Feb, like the first week in Feb, I think, or the end of Jan. Another client, and then I've got 2 shoots booked in with Young LA on the 6th and 7th of Jan. So we've already got a nice cluster of work that's happening, which is brilliant. But I need some work to fill in my page. One of my goals is I want to be one of the most well-known photographers on the planet, particularly in sport. So, the body of work I'm trying to create and grow, it needs to somehow always link back to sport because that's what I love to shoot the most. Not to say I don't love shooting other stuff. I want people to come onto my page and see like a body of work that blows them away. Also BTS videos and all that kind of stuff and the occasional carousel with some insight. But the plan is to give more of my insight and how I feel and stuff on this channel. So I'm gonna go shower, shave the old head, and let's get into the day. Right, showered, fresh shave, beard into a 0 all over, speciality. I actually lost my hair when I was 21. I'm 29 now. But yeah, I started losing it like really young. And luckily I have a decent enough head shape just to completely whiz it all off. So no hair transplant for me. I really like it. And it's low maintenance, which is great. But yeah, fun fact, I lost it at 21, so really young. Right, my task list for Friday the 2nd of Jan. I'm going to talk you through it. So, going to go through every item on my task list just to give you guys an insight into, second day back into January. It's a Friday. Most people are taking the day off today, but my partner's gone to work. I'm at home. Thought, why not get back into a rhythm and try and kind of get some structure back. So, task list for the day. First thing is order a new tether cable. So, this is a Tether Tools tether cable. This one I've been using for a good year or so, and it started, we had an Adidas shoot for Christmas with sport shoes, and me and Eden noticed that Eden's my assistant, lovely bloke, hello Eden if you're watching, it got really slow and it started to really lag, and into Capture One we'd almost have like 20 images buffering. So obviously, we always have a spare on set. Eden had a spare and we switched up and it was working fine. So that tells me that this is the problem. So going to need to get a new tether cable for the shoots we've got next week. So I need to get that ordered today. I've got to reply to an email inquiry about mentoring. I'm going to reach out to 10 athletes. Some that I know, some that I've never worked with before or that I don't know. Coffee with friends. I've got a few friends that are all off work today. That'll take an hour or 2 of my time. Train, I've already done that, so I can tick that off the list. I'm going to chase up next week's shoot. I've got to re-edit an image set from before Christmas. There's just some colour alterations with the colours. Basically, in bright sun, the colour of the clothing looks different to when it's in a shadowed area. So, got like a couple of images to tweak on that front. I've got to send a invoice for that, and I've got to plot some social content for next week. So, That's my to-do list. Every day, come in and I'll write a task list and just kind of brain dump everything that needs to be done in order to get me closer to, the goals that I, was speaking about earlier. So yeah, and like kind of reflecting on 2025, like an incredible year for me work-wise in terms of it's the most revenue I've ever done. At the start of the year, I think I started the year with like 15,000 followers on Instagram. And I said to myself, I want to hit 50K by the end of the year. I finished the year 2 days ago with 60K, so that was great. And I jumped on a lot of more viral trend reels and got some good traction. I think like the best reel I had, I think I gained like 23,500 followers from one reel, and that was a trial reel, which is obviously mad, but it's all well and good. I feel like growing my social following and jumping on these trends and stuff, but it's what the people stay for that matters. So I've been really trying to think about that, hence why I want to dive into YouTube, the connection, speaking to people, building a rapport, building a community, and taking you on this journey of trying to be a full-time freelance photographer. Trying to be, I would feel like it's going pretty well. Like last year was, like I say, my best year ever. I had a record month revenue as well, like in the middle of the year, and I got to travel and yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful to be able to pick up a camera for a living. It's the dream. So the plan is to continue that into 2026. Actually, I've just realised I put 2025 at the top of my diary entry. It's 2026, Matthew. Come on. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to crack on with this work. Going to have some friends over for a coffee and let you know how I get on. But yeah, I'm pleased with how the year went. I want to output more work this year. Basically, I really struggle with this balance of putting out social content, and I've almost got too much of that to go out and not enough work to go out. And if I want to be one of the most well-known photographers on the planet, my work's got to do the talking, and my work has got to drastically improve, right? So this year, I've got to prioritize more so, the getting out, picking up the camera and actually shooting, getting in front of the people I want to shoot, taking great images, documenting it for you guys, behind the scenes, all of that good stuff. But I need to have more camera in hand. So that'll be more free shoots for people and just getting in front of the right people and expanding my portfolio, building my network, all that good stuff. So yeah, reaching out to 10 athletes today. I'll let you know how that goes as well. Sorry, what's your favourite photo that I've ever taken?
I don't know, probably that one on the wall over there.
That's a cop-out.
What do you mean that's a cop-out?
Think of another photo. What's one photo I've taken that's your favourite photo?
Probably the Anthony Joshua one, where it looks like you're punching the camera. Genuine.
Can I do a collection of photos? Because I want to do the sneaker one.
Oh, Queens of Air.
Yeah.
Good answer. Go on, Matt.
I don't know. Because I was going to say Anthony Joshua as well.
Think of someone else. Think of what's the photo that stands out.
I like the Ashley Walters ones.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's quite a cool picture of Terry Crews here on your profile.
It's cheating.
Yeah, that's a nice
Yeah, that's
one.
cheating.
Well, nothing sprang to mind. That was the issue. That one of Terry.
That is an issue.
Yeah. Not a very good friend, am I? But then there's the Indian cricketer.
That's a very.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
got
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
people will
likes.
say that.
That's like 500,000.
Yeah.
You gonna go with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Show the camera.
500k.
That one. Is it Virat?
Virat and his wife.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right, team. It is just approaching 4 p.m. and the task list is nearly complete. All I've got left to do is reach out to 10 athletes and plot some social content for next week. I've reached out to 6 athletes so far, so I've got 4 left to do. Trying to be really kind of particular about who I choose and who I reach out to. And obviously there are athletes like Erling Haaland and, big football stars and people that have huge followings where dropping a DM isn't really going to work. So I'm trying to target kind of athletes that are between the 500k to, 80 to 100k mark. They're much more likely to read my message and see it. They probably look after their own social media, etc. So just thinking tactically about what kind of athlete do I want to photograph. I'm not just, messaging anyone. someone that I would like to photograph who I think has a cool vibe or something about them, and I could photograph them training. So 6 athletes in. It's taking a little longer than I'd hope, but we'll get the next 4 done and then start to plan next week's social content. And the sun is currently going down. Beautiful sunset over the field at the moment. It's been a fairly productive first day back. Flights are being booked for Cape Town. I've had another job come in, potentially in Milan. So there's lots of travelling. It seems that it's going to be happening in this first 5 weeks of Jan. We've got Cape Town, now Milan's on the cards, and LA. So I want to bring you along for the ride, of course. So I got all my work boxed off for the day. It is, what's the time? It's nearly 6 p.m. Got my content planned for next week, started making a reel, and I reached out to 9 athletes in the end. I didn't push it to 10. I'm not going to reach out to an athlete that I don't truly want to work with. And it was a really good reminder because 4 of them or 5 of them have got back to me. A couple that I spoke to before, a couple that I haven't. And I'm looking at my Instagram DMs, right, and there's 3 Olympians and 1 World Cup winner that are like, and I'm seeing them pop up in my inbox, and I'm just like, why don't I do this more often? When I started out, you know, I'd be messaging 50 models a day, trying to make stuff happen. And it's like, just because I'm 7 years into my career and I do bigger shoots and I get to work with big athletes and talent a fair amount, you just become lazy and you stop doing the thing that got you there. And it's like, why did I stop doing that? So, you know, making a point today to try and reach out to 10 athletes and already having 4, you know, come back to me, and having those people in your DMs, like, wanting to work with you is great. So it's just a reminder to me and you, like, what are you waiting for? So yeah, when I started out, I was messaging so many people and would reach out to 50 people and not get a single reply, maybe 1, 2 if I was lucky. So like, as you go through your career, if anything, you should do it more, because you're more likely to get more yeses and then more opportunities as a result. It's kind of a no-brainer. So I don't know why I was sleeping on that, but yeah, it was just a reminder to me that I should be doing that more often. So got some washing up to do before Yaz gets home. Need to make sure I do that and think about what I'm going to make for dinner, and just have a chilled evening. Let's go. Hello everyone, Monday, it's a new week. We had some snow last night, so I'm currently looking over a white field. It's like -4, I don't know why I'm in a t-shirt. Dropped Yaz off at the station this morning, was worried that the Tesla would not make it down the drive and out the drive, especially with it being rear wheel drive. I regret getting a Tesla with rear wheel drive. I think I will try and get a 4-wheel drive next time. I presume they do 4-wheel drive. Anywho, made it out of the house this morning, trained, got to the gym, trying to start my week right. Back at my desk now, trying to get through a bunch of work. I think I said earlier in the video, I have got 2 shoots this week. It's now Monday, shooting on Tuesday and Wednesday, and just got a call this morning from clients saying that talent has missed their flight from the US to the UK. So now everything's being pushed back. And I want to share this just because these are the kinds of things that we face when we're shooting. Like, you've got to ride the wave, roll with the punches, so we're having to adapt. And I feel like a massive part of this job is adaptability, right? So luckily, I'm free Wednesday, Thursday. So luckily I didn't have a shoot booked on Thursday, so we're able to push it a day back. But my worry was, oh shit, is Eden, my assistant, is he able to work on Thursday? So he called him this morning or sent him a voice note. He was able to rearrange some stuff, so he is free now on the Thursday, which is great. But obviously it's one of the things that you just kind of have to adapt to. If, you know, Eden was free on the Wednesday and not the Thursday, I'd have to bring in another assistant, and that can kind of disrupt the flow. You'd have to be briefed again, and it's just easier because it's with the same brand across these 2 days to have the same team just for ease, right? So these little things that you kind of have to adapt to. It's part of the game and it's what happens, but just wanted to share that experience because that's literally something that's happened this morning. So working my way through my to-do list for this morning, ringing wedding locations because I'm getting married this year, folks. Not something I've spoke about on my socials, but we got engaged at the end of last year, and so we're going through the stressful situation of trying to find venues for this year, which is super exciting, but also quite stressful. We're trying to get some viewings booked in, etc. So going through that whole experience at the moment, which is fun. And we're both excited about that. So yeah, it's a sunny day, trying to get through my, again, task list. This was Fridays, this is Mondays. I went through Friday's list with you. I'm not going to go through this episode, or through today's list, sorry, with you, because I don't want to ramble on too much. But yeah, it's Monday, the weekend. I got to spend some time with some friends, some quality time with Yaz. It's been sunny but cold, but yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to get into some work today. I'm also trying to find like an easy rig system or a GoPro system for these YouTube videos, because like I said, I'm shooting out in Cape Town, we're working with some athletes, and I want to get some behind the scenes footage that I can just shoot for myself. So currently looking at like a rig system that goes here, so you can see what I'm shooting and try and link it up to my mic so you can hear me talking to talent, because I feel like that's something I want to share more with you, how I direct people and how I talk to people. Also, tether cables arrived. So we've got two 15-foot tether cables, 4.6 meters. So this will be a primary one, this will be a backup, hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood. No problems. So yeah, we'll get those in the bag for this week's shoot. So I need to do a mood board for the shoot on Thursday, which is going to be in a boxing gym. So I'm going to do that now, and you're going to watch me do it over my shoulder. Usually what I do is I have Canva open, and I'll then open, whoa, I just spilled my water. I'll then open Pinterest and have it on two screens like this. So put that on there, put that on there. And then what I'll do is create the mood board on this side of my screen and open Pinterest on here. So ping in ideas, click on them, just copy them over. And I feel like that's the fastest way to create the mood board. This is the perks of having, I think this is a 34-inch monitor or something like that. So it's really nice to just be able to drag and drop and kind of see what I'm creating. So gonna do that now. Let's get into it.